Hey guys, ClarityBot here. So a lot of people send me a lot of questions asking about the guide, for instance, what jewel sockets I put my jewels in specifically, whether to use whirling blades or show charge, all these like questions either in-game, on the guide, or in messages, and I figured I'd just make a guide and make a video guide for the written guide. Because honestly, a lot of people don't really like to watch video or to read through a whole text just to find out things, and a lot of people just ask the questions that are answered on the guide. So, I'll just address some finer points and then explain about the guide. So, if you die with your flask up and you have your energy shield, like let's say you die right here and you still have your energy shield, then you ran into a nullifier rare. And that nullifier nullified your flash charge, and you just died to a chaos damage, which it's a 1-2 tap of unlucky, but it happens. Has it happened to me? No, but it happens, as far as I've heard. So shield charge versus whirling blade. I personally prefer whirling blades, of course, as you see here. You can use shield charge. I just feel like whirling blades gives me a lot more control, and especially in if I run in high latency maps, I'll end up shield charging forward and then shield charging back because of the latency. But it's usually fine with whirling blades, so I just prefer it. You can use shield charge though, and honestly, it might be easier to use shield charge because you can just get Elbrion rings and make the cost 0. Because as you guys know, your life doesn't, or your energy shield doesn't recharge unless you're full life. That's why I always have the Vow Clarity in here, and I highly recommend using Vow Clarity, especially when you're whirling around, because that way your whirling blades or your shield charge is not using your life, which means your energy shield will just recharge whenever you stop taking damage. Right? Oh, and people gotta realize, Coruscating Elixir will stop your ES from recharging, so yeah, be ready for that. Here, let me get a Dodries. I have a Dodries, right? Ooh, wait. That's there we go. Bam. So pop that, boom. Right? Energy shield recharge, bam. Popped it again, and stopped. See? Your coruscating elixirs do indeed stop your ES from recharging, so be very wary when you use them. Boop. Okay, so I'm just gonna go over the guide as it is, just a verbal guide, just a video guide. So starting with the passive tree, when I start out, I usually like to path over towards influence because you're an Aurabot, so you might want to go for your aura nodes. Now go down to leadership. I'll probably pick up foresight if I get some easy ES gear early on, or melting. Excuse me. And then I'll move down towards charisma. I'll go back up to the top and I'll start going through arcane focus and going through. I'll pick up the cruel preparation node because resist and life, pretty solid. Move over to sovereignty, get everything in the sovereignty wheel. Ignore everything there. Move down over here. Champion of the cause. I won't go into blood magic and I won't go into mortal conviction too early on. I'll probably go around level 68, which I believe is a level 4 alpha hell. Right? And I'll adjust the jewel sockets while I'm here. So I use my Conqueror's potency here and Conqueror's efficiency down here. You can swap them, doesn't matter. Right? Doesn't matter where they're at. And then, of course, energy from within, around the life nodes. Energy from within, around the life nodes. Energy from within, around the life nodes. And around the life nodes. That's it. I know you guys won't be able to get legacy energy from withins, because this is, of course, my standard character, which has the guide attached to it. But, you'll still get energy from withins, so it's a pretty nice bonus. I thought you could start taking out the energy shield wheel after you get everything else settled in, get all the other nodes you need. Easy peasy. Okay, so for gearing, a lot of people have opted out of using United in Dream, which is understandable, because the only bonus you get from United in Dream now is just the extra 3% attack and gas speed, which is pretty minor, right? And the Envy skill, honestly, isn't too amazing. It doesn't scale a lot of builds, so it's pretty mediocre in general. I just use it because I have it, and using legacy gear like I have, I don't really need too much ES, or too much more ES. Aside from that, a lot of people have opted for the triple resist in helmet, which is a very good league starter build because it just takes the pressure off of your resist, off of your gear, getting resist on your gear, and it helps you out immensely. So I definitely recommend it. A lot of you actually use the Star of the Vine also, or you don't use the Star of the Vine when you have a stone golem. There's no point in using a stone golem. Where is he? There it is. There's no point in using a stone golem if you're not going to use Star of the Vine. You feel me? So yeah, use the Chaos Golem or any other golem you feel like you need. Otherwise, stone golem, Star of the Vine. So useful. It's extremely useful, especially because it puts down the consecrated ground. And those of you who use the the third gem setup where I use Arctic armor in my actual like chest piece also, that'll help you out too, because you're standing still anyways. Arctic armor is in full use. Reduced fire, reduced physical damage, increased life regen. Life regen applied to the energy shield. What more can you ask for? It's a dream. The gem setup is pretty much the same. The only thing that's different is if you're using a Shavs, I mean, if you get tired of flasking, or you just keep dying and you don't know how to stay alive and you need more ES, which you can use a Shavs for a little bit more ES, but is Shavs need more? No, yeah, of course it is. What am I thinking? You can use a Shavs, but for one, you're going to have to 6-link that Shavs eventually. For two, you're not gonna be able to run as many auras. 3, you're not gonna be able to empower those auras, especially if you want to run a lot of auras. Because if you want to empower your auras, you best be ready to drop down to 8 or 9, auras total. And it's still not a bad number, but it's alright. Also, if you want an extra damage boost, please use the Animate Guardian. If you don't have the slots for it, that's fine. Don't use Animate Guardian. It's not completely needed, just helpful. As for leveling, I prefer to use SRS right here. Melee Smash, Spell Echo, Summon Raging Spirits, and bam, Multi-Strike. So they all help out a lot, especially in the leveling situation, because, oh my god, your DPS died, or you're bored. What do? You slap those suckers on, and you're like, ha, I'm DPS now! It's alright. Bam, bam. There we go. Honestly, that's pretty much it. I don't actually have a Pantheon set up, which is unfortunate. Where the hell's Pantheon at? Oh gosh, what the hell key is Pantheon? Huh. Help! I need an adult. So, can't show you Pantheon, but it's okay. Yeah, that's about it. Yeah, so you guys take it easy and stay safe. Honestly, stay safe. And get poison boots. Cannot be poison boots. These are important. They're like really important. I mean, they're alright. They're mildly important. They help you a lot because when you get poisoned, a lot of people don't realize that poison is actually a debuff, right? And it stays on you for a certain amount of time. And if your flask ever drop while that debuff is going, you will die. The worst part is, it's a debuff, so it's put on you, and your ES will not recharge until that debuff is gone. So, why bother with it? Can't be poisoned. Alright, Aurabot signing out. You guys take it easy.